Today I'm actually going to highlight a few of the things that I don't love with this, but we're also going to test it because I want you to see how it does work and if it's the right choice for you. I will also at some point be showing you a dirty water pour just so you can see exactly how much it does clean. But the first thing on my list of things that I do not love is the size of it. Honestly, I've had robots before, but I did not expect for it to be this big. Only because the robot that I had before was the same size as this, and then the charging dock was literally just this with a little thing here. However, this size is very, I guess, expected when you look at all of the things it has. So when you open this guy up, it does have the bag that it's going to collect all of the dust from because it will self-empty into here. And I think we've had this, I don't know, I want to say like over a month, and it's really not even half full. And we are a very busy household with a lot of kids who play in the sand and dirt all the time. So it does suck up a lot of stuff. It's also to be expected for the size too, because in here you do have a clean water tank, which is huge. So you don't have to like refill this often. And then it does sit so nicely in here. Now you have your dirty water tank here, which is also huge because you don't have to empty it often. However, I don't suggest not emptying it often. So the next thing is, this is the app. And I'm going to be flat out honest with you. I love the app. However, I do not love this. So if we go over to go, it's going to give us the option to do this by room. So it has a camera on it in the front right there, where it's going to map out your entire house, which the technology of that is absolutely amazing. So right now we are in my kitchen, which is right here. And the one thing that I don't love is because I have two sliders here, the camera can see right outside of my house. So it's noticing that as another room, and it puts that on the map, which can be a little bit annoying, but honestly, like again, it's nothing that's going to deter me from buying it. In the app, something that I absolutely love is you can do this by room. So you can also create your own zones where you can just like make this bigger. And then you can say like, hey, I only want it to do this. These two spaces, so it'd be like half my kitchen and the living room. And you can call that zone 1. Okay, so you can go by room. You can go over to go, you can click room, and we're going to cancel that. You can click confirm. We're going to go to the room, and then we can just select them. So like we want this one, and we want this one. Oops. And we want this one. And whatever order you select them in, so it's not going to do any of these ones because they're not highlighted, but any order that you select them in is the order that it's going to do. So those are a few things that I don't love, but now let me show you this in action so that you can decide if it does a good enough job for you and if it's the right buy for you. And there is one other thing that I don't love too, but let's watch this real quick before we discuss that. So it's getting ready. It's going, the mop pads are in the back. So when you put it on, you need to know that the mop pads sit in the back. Okay, so now we can hear the water loading up in it. So this is another thing that's kind of annoying, is the amount of time it takes from the time that you hit play to the time that it actually moves and does the job. However, we have found a way around these things to avoid them because they are such minor little things that like, it's not going to deter me from buying it. I actually would buy another one if I had a need for it, if our house was bigger. But here we go. Let's see what it does. So those are the mop pads, and right now they're up, but they're going to drop to the ground. You can see the mop head spinning, and there is actually something that I absolutely love about that, but let's watch how good it is at picking up all the debris real quick. The high chair, so the mop heads just spun out and under it themselves. If you need to rewind and check that out, go for it. You can see it in here. The mop head is out much further and this one stays in, and that's because it just had to get in close enough to my bench. And then it sucked it back in and it spun it back out over here. So that is an amazing feature. If the robot can't get close enough to something, the mop head will. The last thing that I'm not fond of is it does take a long time. So I will actually set a timer and see how long it takes to do this. Room is just about 300 square feet. Run this at night while we're sleeping in the living room and the kitchen. Use this to set a timer so it'll go up every night at around 7 o'clock. And then everybody in the house will pick up all the stuff off the floor. That way when we're asleep, we can wake up to clean floors. It is amazing. It truly is a dream. Now let me show you the dirty water pour and update you on the time that it took to do this whole room. It's heading back to the dock now, and it will back on. So the mop pads go here, and then it's gonna scrub the mop pads. It did take just about 40 minutes. The cool thing is it does the perimeter of the room first. That way you can get close to all of the outside walls, and then it goes back and it zigzags the entire room. So let's see what we have for dirty water now. This is what we have left. This is from one pass. So once it's halfway done in the room, it will go back and it will empty it. While there are a few things that drive me nuts with it, it's nothing that would deter me from buying it again. And I absolutely would buy one again if I had a need for it. I highly recommend the product, and I hope this video was helpful.